Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. I'm feeling a little bit distracted, but before I get you your card, remember that this is a general reading on YouTube, so if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, don't worry about it. Let it go, because it's probably meant for someone else, and if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that much clearer for you over time. So, I was feeling distracted because I wanted to check my calendar for something, and I also got flashed the Devil card. So there could be something here about checking the calendar or something that you have planned that comes from a place of self-destruction rather than self-love. I also saw the Knight of Wands. Someone here could definitely be struggling with impulsivity and getting themselves involved in things that they don't deserve to even be involved in. Let me get some water real quick. So your card that we have is the Page of Cups. Yeah, there is some very, very strong inner child energy coming through here. I do feel some quite dark energies. And I want to say you can't be self-destructive and still expect the best from life. That might be hard for someone to hear, but it's the truth, and I'm saying it because I care. How you have a really, really strong impact, whether you want to believe it or not, on where you end up in life. Make sure that the risks and the sacrifices that you're taking and making are truly worth it. I'm seeing 2, 3, 4. Trust that everything happens for a reason, that you are where you are, where you are for a reason. Definitely try to look at the challenges in your life. Like, I'm feeling like maybe looking at it as like more of a video game. The Page of Cups definitely brings about a strong inner child energy. And I think this has a lot to do with the part of your inner child that's very optimistic and very hopeful about life, very excited about life. But I'm really feeling there could be an event here or something that you have planned that you should not go to or do. Now that could be a very, very specific message for someone, so definitely trust your intuition. And if you're struggling to find meaning in it, as I said before, just let it go. But there could also be a very wounded inner child here. You're very excited about the good things in life, but when it comes to the more darker, bad, challenging things, it's a different story. I definitely feel someone here who struggles deeply with being disappointed. But also you have to recognize that this disappointment in your life, it really feels like you are creating it, or you at least have some sort of influence in the outcomes in your life. There's definitely something here about the way that you're looking at things that is self-destructive and makes you go to things and do things that you don't deserve to go and do. I think connecting with your inner child is very, very important at this time, because your decisions do have consequences. And you just need to make sure that those consequences are worth it, especially like on a spiritual level. You could be being called to take your energy more seriously. Like, I feel a very strong, stagnant energy here. This doesn't feel like someone who has been focused on healing, at least for a really long time. This is someone who still struggles a lot with fear. Like, I'm getting this strong, like I'm feeling something here about, like, victimizing yourself, maybe. But, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, being stuck in that victim mentality is why you continue to be the victim, if that makes sense. And I just saw 2, 3, 4. Everything is happening for a reason. You're definitely being called to trust that and to believe in that, so you can understand what that reason actually is. Because if you don't believe that something's happening for a reason, you're never gonna know why on a spiritual level. The things that we can't control are the doorway to faith, especially the more challenging things. Pay attention to the guidance, the signs, maybe the wisdom that the universe is trying to communicate to you. Take the signs that you're seeing more seriously. Take your healing more seriously. This definitely feels like someone who could be a little more careless when it comes to their worth and what they deserve. And the universe and your spirit guides really, really don't want you to do that, because not only do you deserve better, so does your childhood self. And I just saw 3, 3, 3. Stay focused on your growth, on healing. There's some sort of heartbreak that you need to work through. The 3 of Swords could be a significant card for someone. There could be a situation here where it hurts a lot, like say like a relationship, you broke up with somebody and it hurts a lot, like it really, really hurts. And that could be a sign that it's much deeper than just this relationship. It's about how you look at loss as a whole. I definitely feel someone here is being guided to change their beliefs about life and death. We're going to look deeper into this with the Prisma Visions Tarot. For some reason, I wanted to say the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, so this deck up here could be significant, which is interesting because in the other reading that I recorded today, this deck was significant. So if someone's feeling called to, buy the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, buy the Prisma Visions Tarot deck, maybe both, definitely do that, because I am feeling that message come through. And I also saw the number 420, so that could be a significant sign for someone. Maybe there's some people that you like to do a recreational thing with, but it's not the activity yourself, I think, that's unhealthy, maybe. It's more so the people that you surround yourself with, but the activity itself could be unhealthy because, anything without moderation can be unhealthy. But your first card we have here, oh my God, is the Star with the crown chakra and Aquarius. Bro, oh my God. The energy right now is so, so beautiful, because you have this more optimistic, more hopeful side of your inner child on the table, and then you have the Star, which is definitely a very hopeful card, a time when things are getting better and things are starting to build themselves back up. But this Page of Cups here feels disconnected from some sort of very hopeful thing, inspiring thing that could happen for you down the line. I just saw 5, 5, 5. There are some changes that you really need to make in your life to really be able to get to this Star energy, to get out of the tower crumbling and falling finally. You have to face the challenges first. You have to find the way out of that tower. That's really interesting. And I just noticed on the back of this card, there's a lot of swirly stuff like that, and it kind of looks like pathways to me. So this Prisma Visions deck could definitely be significant for someone. But yeah, this part of your inner child that's more hopeful and optimistic is not seeing the hope and the optimism. That's why I really think that this is a wounded part of your inner child, that you don't have as much faith as you used to when you were a kid, or as much trust in the world. And I really feel like the reason why has a lot to do with trauma and never, having a fair chance to have a healthy perspective on life. I feel like you're very attached to only the good outcomes in life, to only good outcomes happening, and that comes from a very low self-esteem. Like someone here really needs to be seeing their strength at this time, especially so that way they can protect themselves from people, events, and other things that they just don't deserve to be a part of. Wow, for the next card we have the Three of Wands. Was it this reading that I said the Three of Swords might be significant? Being focused on your healing is really where you need to be at right now. Maybe you need to spend more time at home and alone. Like you could be distracting your mind in an unhealthy way. You're trying to avoid the pain within you. And it's really time to stop doing that. I just felt something here about head over heels. But I'm also really feeling that you're being called to dive deeply in your healing, your spiritual growth, your faith, definitely your faith. And I'm not even just talking about religion or anything like that. I mean, the faith that you should have in yourself. You're being called to grow because the universe wants you to expand into someone. Like, the universe really wants you to expand in who you are, so you can be surrounded by things and people that truly aren't meant for you, or are meant. You know what I meant. But yeah, let me think for a second. This growth is going to turn into some expansion, as I was just talking about. And this could be surrounding yourself with new people, living somewhere new, or getting a new job. You need to replace a bad habit with a good one, is what I'm feeling. 333 could be a very significant number for someone. We also have Aries and the Sun with the Three of Wands. And I just noticed, I might have mentioned it before, that the star has the crown chakra, but I just noticed, or I just remembered, that the crown chakra, that came up in the other reading that I recorded today as well. So know that the universe and your spirit guides, what they're really trying to do is they're trying to guide you to open up some sort of channel or line of communication with the universe or your spirit guides. Like, you're really being guided here to strengthen your psychic senses, and really the only way, or the best way to do that, is to heal. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. But I did almost see the number 1010, so just confirmation that the universe and your spirit guides are there for you. They want to communicate with you. They want to connect with you. They want to teach you how to spend more time in your body rather than in your head. They really want to help you with your courage and, stepping into your courage and with your self-confidence. Interesting. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Page of Cups. That's interesting. Definitely very, very, very strong inner child type of energy here. So it's not that, I don't know, someone here just needs to have an honest but kind conversation with their inner child to allow their inner child to have a fair chance to understand who they are and what the world is and where they're meant to be. I feel really strongly here that someone needs to think back on childhood here for some reason. With the Page of Wands as well, I do feel like the flame that you had, the fire that you had within you when you were a child, the universe and your spirit guides really want to help reignite that flame. Twin flames could be significant, but don't have to be. Maybe you have a date with this person that isn't a good idea that's planned. Only take it if it resonates, though. But yeah, the universe and your spirit guides really want to teach you how to believe again, to trust the universe again, and also know that you are one with the universe. So no matter what challenges you face, there's no need to be afraid of the universe. Because if things were not meant to be happening the way that they are, then they simply just wouldn't. I really feel your inner child is trying so hard to connect with you. It's like you're trying to fight this connection that your inner child wants with you, if that makes sense. Like you feel that you're being guided to somewhere that reminds you of childhood or your younger self, but you're resisting it. And you're really being called to not do that, or you may regret it. For the next card, we have Temperance with the solar plexus. Can't tell if this planet is Saturn or Jupiter, but we do have Sagittarius. Let me think for a second. I just saw 3, 2, 1, trust that everything is happening for a reason. With Temperance, I feel something here about going with the flow and going to where you actually deserve to be, aligning with where you actually deserve to be, aligned with the people that you deserve to have, with the job that you deserve to have, with the home that you deserve. I feel a very, very hurt inner child here. And you really, really need to stop ignoring and neglecting that side of yourself. You could have been neglected in some way when you were a child, and I think you really need to heal from that and to recognize that you didn't deserve that. So, some years down the line, you still don't deserve it. You never deserved to be overlooked or undermined. You definitely deserved more when you were a child. And now you have an opportunity here to really slow things down for yourself so you can truly understand who you are and change your perspective on the world for a better. Maybe you're being called to step back from a job or some people in your life so you can focus on this healing. There can definitely be some distractions that are distracting you from what your spirit guides in the universe want you to be focused on. There's something here distracting you from your mission, some sort of attachment here that you really, really need to work through. But also, working through this attachment is part of the mission. So whatever distractions are distracting you, definitely time to address those and to let them go and to just accept that you are going to have to make sacrifices to get to where you want to be. We're always going to have to make sacrifices. It's just you really got to make sure that you're sacrificing things that you truly believe are worth it. The universe does not want you to feel like you're being punished. It wants you to change your perspective on the challenges in your life, to look at them as something to learn from and to grow from, maybe on a spiritual level rather than to feel trapped by. I'm feeling this message coming through maybe again about how you need to accept where you are for now so this current situation does not drag you down and keep you stuck and you can get to where you want to be. There needs to be a strong sense of acceptance here for where you are now and just trusting that the sacrifices that you're making to heal and to get to where you want to be in life, maybe need to be, it's gonna be worth it. And I also feel something here about following truth. If you're truly trying, and trust me, the universe will see if you're not. If you're truly trying and you're taking it seriously, you're taking your growth seriously, I wouldn't worry too much about not being protected by the universe or anything like that. I think I just saw the number 654. You're being called to follow the truth for a reason. The universe wants you to be more protected, but that protection first starts with you. And for your last card, we have the Ace of Swords, which makes a lot of sense. There are some very difficult truths that you're being called to face right now, maybe face head on. I think like it's hard for your inner child to hear things about reality that it doesn't want to be true, but that only comes from a place of like low self-confidence and not even really beginning to know how strong you actually are. Trauma, it can only make you weak if you let it. And there also could be something here about changing your perspective on weakness as well, and not associating it with your value, because you're not just weakness, you have strengths too. And if you don't know what they are, that's just even more reason there to stay focused on your healing and to keep learning and to just not give up on this journey and to trust that it's going to pay off and that it's all going to make sense. If you need certain signs, certain messages, or just some magic in your life to show you, for the universe to show you that it's listening and that it's there for you, ask for it. I'm getting a strong energy of ask and you shall receive. Maybe you could have also turned away from religion or faith or anything of that nature. And the universe and your spirit guides are pretty much like, why did you stop communicating? You know, it doesn't have to be, that doesn't have to resonate for everyone. I'm getting messages right now. But not communicating with the universe is making things so much harder for you than they have to be, because when we're not willing to use our voice and to communicate with the universe has to find other ways to communicate with us. And that's when challenging circumstances are put on our path, when we're not listening, when we're not looking within for our answers. So if things are challenging, undoubtedly, for some of you at least, they are. The universe is really, all it's wanting you to do is to just trust yourself and to believe in yourself and to listen to your inner voice and to learn how to trust your intuition. And it wants you to stay focused on healing from things from childhood like this. That definitely feels like the root cause of whatever heartbreak you're facing that's creating a lot of fear in your life. Know that you are stronger than your fears. Know that anxiety is just a feeling. It only has power over you and your actions if you let it. I'm getting a strong energy here about being the calm within the storm. And I just saw 2, 3, 4. So you're being called to be the calm within the storm for a reason. And you know, you are so much stronger than you think. You can face trauma, but it only makes you weak if you let it. It can make you so much stronger if you allowed for it. I feel this strong energy here about giving yourself permission to heal and to listen to your inner child and to really understand your actual worth and what you actually deserve. Definitely, definitely, definitely give yourself and your inner child a fair chance. And I just saw 111. So last message, to trust yourself and to believe in yourself and to don't be afraid to do things differently and to let things go to make room for things that are better. That will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that, that's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. And I also want to take a second to thank everybody who has been showing support for me and my channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching as well, and I hope to see you around.